welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and today I have another part to my Sour Legacy Challenge. If you guys have not seen the Sour Legacy special episode, go watch that. You have to watch it before you watch this part. I will say that right now. And another follow-up thing I will say is if you hear a sound in the background, it's coming from my fan. It's way too hot in my house to be recording without it on, so I apologize for the noise. If you can hear it, I don't know if you can. But let's hop straight into this part. I'm starting off in cast because I wanted to show you Auden's new look. I'm sure some of you guys saw it in this special episode, so you kind of already know how she's doing. But here's her current hair. It's from Sims Trouble. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is going on Auden. This is so Auden, and I'm obsessed. She also has I think self-assured is her new trait. According to the rules for the brutal generation. I'm actually going to take the time as I'm talking right now just to change the skirt because I realized in game that it glitches a bit. So yeah, that's perfect. I like that. So here is her first outfit. I love this jacket. I think she had it in episode 6, but I still have it on her because I'm obsessed. Here is another one of her outfits. I added the beads in her hair for some looks. Her other everyday wear. 4th everyday. Oops. There you go. And the 5th one, you guys, she's had this outfit I think like the entire time, but she barely ever wears it, and I like it, so I kept it. Her formal wear, she looks phenomenal. I'm waiting for her to get a Starlight Accolade invite so that she can wear this getup. Her hips, holy moly. Her athletic outfits, she has 2 because like I said, she likes going for jogs. In the special episode I mentioned it. Curtis tries to get her going out for jogs. Her sleepwear, her party wear. This one is super cute. This actually was in the cover for the thumbnail, sorry, for the special part. Yeah, I really don't do that many parties with her, surprisingly, even though she's totally a party girl because it's Auden, hello, and her fame. Her hot weather outfit, and then her cold weather. She already had this other one. It's always hot in Del Sol Valley, so she's never really wearing these, but they are cute, and I will quickly move on to Curtis. I don't want to stay on him for long, but he actually aged up with Loyal, which, if you haven't seen the special part, go watch it, or else you're about to get a spoiler. Auden is cheating on Curtis. She's been having affairs with multiple people. Well, not only one other person. Her boss and head of her record label at Dinky Beats, Floyd Winters. So that's kind of crazy. But here are his outfits. He's a cutie too. I honestly really, really love Curtis. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly go by through these outfits. You've probably seen them before. I didn't really do too much changing from him in high school years. But yeah, the next big change I'm about to go in and show you guys is actually the house in Del Sol Valley. It is pretty empty. I explained it in the special episode. Despite her being rich, she actually does not make that much money from her career. Honestly, Curtis is kind of carrying at the moment, and even he doesn't make that much money. So it's not really as furnished as I would like it to be. You guys know me. I love cluttering up my places and making them look more lived in, but unfortunately, Auden can't afford it right now. So let's hop in to the game and show you her place. Okay, so we are in the game, and here is a very brief, quick thing. So I have this picture of Auden because she got the high school graduate portrait when I took those screenshots of her visualizing what if she did graduate. And I like to think like she took Curtis's diploma just for a picture, and like she has it up here for a joke. But I have a little picture of her and Curtis, of course, and her dad's urn. I'm heartbroken, guys. When I moved out of the original place, I forgot to transfer the photos of her and her father to her inventory, and when I moved her off that lot, I sold everything, and I lost the pictures of her and her father, and I definitely think it's probably something that affects Auden. I never mentioned it in the special part because it honestly completely slipped my mind. I actually completely forgot about it until I was editing that special part and putting the screenshots down. And I wished I remembered, because she would totally have mentioned it in her POV about how she's upset that she lost the photos of her and her father. But back to the little tour. Yes, we have like some little shoes. I could afford clutter, so I did. The kitchen's actually pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with everything that I have in the kitchen. I feel like it looks quite nice. It's very cute, very auden. We have their little dining table. Oh, he's awake. That was not for you, mister, but you can eat it. Auden, you are going to come and take something else for breakfast since your boyfriend stole what I wanted you to eat. They have a decent amount of money right now, which is actually good. But back to the tour. They have this little cheap TV. They have a little thing to put it on, a little plant. This couch is actually pretty cute. The minute I saw that they could afford it, I was like, yeah, they'd have something like that in here. Here is a little desk. This is more so for Curtis. It's like his little workspace, so he has his graduation photo and this sweet picture of him and Auden. And then we have this room. It's completely empty except for this. In order to help Auden gain more fame and make more money, and because she's signed with Thinking Beats, I've actually been getting her to produce tracks as well. I feel like it makes sense to do that because I honestly totally forgot about this, guys. You can only license one new song per week. And I'm barely making money off that. I'm barely making fame off of it that way as well, because selling one song per week, you're only making the fame that one time you sell the song, license the song. And yeah, that's doing nothing for Auden. So to kind of like help her out, I kind of decided to get her to produce songs. It makes sense for the storyline, for the plot, and I'm actually kind of fine with it. I don't know if you guys, I wouldn't say it's cheating or by any means. It's definitely incorporating the fame and what she would do, so I don't think it's cheating. Cheating would be like clicking this and giving her money. Oh, there she goes. She's smoking weed because she's craving weed from her addiction. See, but yeah, here's the bathroom. I actually love the clutter on the counter. It's a very, very cute. I'm actually obsessed with this bathroom. They have some towels and yeah, it's very simple, very plain. And then here's their bedroom. She actually has a picture of her and Molly from graduation on her nightstand. Just some little clutter. Their bed is super cute. Oops, I accidentally took down the walls too many times. A little dresser, a little mirror. Her guitar's over here, a skateboard. I feel like both of them would kind of skate. Their graduation picture is also in their bedroom. Yeah, just clutter. Very cute, simple things. Some pictures so it's not too empty in here. And that is the house. Like I said, pretty empty. Not as cluttered as I would honestly like it to be. I'm going to get him to work hard because we could use the funds. But she's only wrote 2 out of 4 songs so far. How are her skills? I think she maxed out guitar, entrepreneur. She's just now trying to max out that singing skills. So maybe we'll get her to go out and work on that today or work on it from home. But yeah, let's actually go through her relationships. Here is her and Floyd. Yep, he is at the top of that career, so I cheated that, so it would make sense as if he were a producer at Dinky Beats. Her and Orange are still really close friends despite what happened, but they're just friends now. She's really close with Octavia, Moon, and Thorn. Sometimes she would actually go over to their place and hang out with Orange. I didn't take screenshots of those moments, unfortunately, because sometimes when I'm playing, it kind of slips my mind. Here, let me get her to do something. Why don't you start working on your song? That would actually be ideal. Can you not resume one? I feel like you can. Yeah, go resume this song while I'm talking, so I'm not just talking and you're standing there. But yeah, it slipped my mind to take screenshots. That's why there was actually barely any screenshots of Curtis, even though he was so focused in that special episode. My brain just didn't think, hey, take screenshots of Curtis, because I was just like, let me take screenshots of Auden. But yeah, she would hang out there. So she's actually really close. Like, Octavia is kind of like her mentor in a bit. Like, they definitely guide her a bit in her career so that she doesn't do too many bad things with where she's going. She also knows Judith Ward. She knows this guy. I think he's like a noticeable newcomer or rising star. She knows a couple of like other smaller famous people. See, look how much money we made from this. Is like the stuff that we're producing. That is the song we released. I swear she's released another song. She has 2 songs she's released and she's only making money from one. That just shows you how much money she makes off of her royalties, guys. Not a lot, if I'm being honest, which is insane. But yeah, she knows some famous people. I really want her to get nominated for a Starlight accolade so that I can go to the Starlight accolades, because I feel like it would be a huge thing for Auden's career. Hold on. But she's actually craving weed still, so I am going to get her to roll a joint. I can also come over here. Ooh, we have to take care of the weed. She is growing her own. I feel like you guys already knew that, though, because she was growing her own weed when she was living in Cooperdale as well, so I don't think that's anything new. But yeah, she has a little garage. This is a really cute lot. She could barely afford this lot when I first moved into it. I'm not even kidding, guys. There was like a good little while of time where like they, I think, just like had a bed, like, and like that's it in their house because they couldn't afford it. So I got her to go out busking and overnight while Curtis was doing like odd jobs during the day so that I could at least afford necessities. And thankfully, as you can see, they've ranked up a decent amount of money for me to be able to afford some things and take in, guys, like some, not all, some custom content furniture, mainly clutter, is usually like really cheap and affordable. So the fact that like this is all they have is kind of like shows you, because like most of this is custom, if not all of this is custom content. So that kind of really shows you how much they've kind of been struggling with money living in the city. Like, they can barely afford this house, but it's like the perfect size for them because like they're still pretty young, but if they ever have kids, the kids can go in here. I can do more to this living room space. This is a perfectly fine bedroom size. The garage can always turn into a bedroom if it needs to be one, but right now it's just like a small space for her weed and the garbage because I just don't feel like putting too many important things in here. But yeah, so I'm actually going to get you to come here and get the mail. I think it's just one of these. She has that fame perk that allows her to get that stuff. I'm actually going to show you guys her fame perks in 1 second. Did you collect anything else valuable? I don't think so. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Okay, so where do I go? I go here. Simology. Woohoo! She has, yeah. She also, I did not know this was a trait. This is my first time doing like anything like high school dropout related in The Sims. I did not know that you get a trait from that. That is crazy. But she also has the knowledge from the entrepreneur. She has good manners and responsible, which makes no sense for Auden, but she got it. She managed to get it, so she has them. What does she have? Oh my gosh! That's a milestone? Why come it didn't count the one with orange? I don't know. It says she fell in love with him. The Sims definition, she fell in love technically because you got, like, the bar got up high enough, but she's not really in love with him. I did not know you could have an affair. That's funny. Get a job. Yeah, she doesn't really have that. She has her first woohoo. Okay, interesting. Anyways, she's pretty decent into the B-lister. But she has a motion bomb and refined palette. This one makes sense. This one doesn't. This one's kind of annoying because she doesn't come across to me as a refined palette kind of gal. But she has networking, she has PR agency, and she has fan favorite. This one, these all make sense for me. The only reason I kind of have this one is because I want established name, and honestly, noticeable makes a lot of sense. Nothing in this row makes sense for Auden. She's not, she's not like into YouTube stuff. She's just like a famous singer at the moment. I'm trying to think. Oh yes, I got her to actually introduce Orange to Savannah, because I feel like she would be like, hey Orange, like, even though we're just friends, let me introduce you to one of my friends. She's really awesome. She's super sweet. Give her a chance. And I definitely think that that's a good sign that he's saying like, hey, thanks for introducing us. But yeah, that's awesome. What was I saying? I get so distracted, guys. I am so sorry. Oh, I've been trying to think of like certain like singers or celebrities that like I think I would compare her to in terms of like real life fame. And here's my problem. I'm such a like social media-esque person in terms of like I pay attention to celebrity news. Like it's not good to do, I would say. Like but I think a lot of people just do it out of habit. And I'm definitely one of those people for sure. And like I know a lot of celebrities. Like I could probably name a lot of celebrities, but I can't pinpoint anyone who I think I would compare her to. At least not at the moment. She's just kind of writing that song. It honestly takes forever for Sims to write songs as well. Ooh, she's thinking about her mother. Interesting. What is this? Need for weed. She can really go for a smoke right now. I will actually let you do that if that is the case. Where is... Okay, that's still curing. Let's just... Is this glitching? Like, I can't smoke. Do I have no weed? Oh, I have no weed! It's all curing. Oh, I have 2. Are they both curing? Oh, she has no more weed! That is how bad her addiction has gone. I didn't even notice. She has smoked up all her weed. That's nuts. Anyways, let's actually invite over Floyd. I would go to his house, but I'm scared it's gonna lag my game because he lives in like the big lot beside like Judith Ward and the Bailey Moon household at like the rich spot in Del Soy Valley, and I don't want anything to lag, so we're gonna invite him over here, even though I feel like he would try to avoid coming over to Auden's place as much as possible. She's gone to his house a lot, and I love sending her there instead because I feel like she sees this life of luxury. Girl, what the hell was that? She sees this life of luxury that he has for himself, and like she definitely pictures herself like having that life as well, and I'm gonna get her to kind of enthuse about her music and albums and stuff, and I definitely think they're gonna start off talking business, which I think is definitely like their relationship. Like they'll start off like business talk, and then like they'll work their way. Ooh, he did not want to hear that, apparently. Maybe he just wants her and does not want, you know, more. But I definitely think they start off business and they work their way into like flirtation. He's like, okay, enough of that. I'm here for you. I'm not here for your career. So that's a little insight to them as well, but they're not actually officially dating yet either. I just didn't think it was something I wanted to do off camera. I feel like if he asked her to start dating, it would be something on camera. And I also don't think she would ask him to be her boyfriend, because she's so committed to, well, I say she's so committed to Curtis, but is she? I don't think she is, because, anyways, but like she's committed to Curtis in the sense where like she would not make big decisions in terms of wanting to date Floyd. Yeah, does that make sense? Like I feel like if he asked her, she would say yes, absolutely, like no doubt about it. Like she'd feel bad about saying yes because she'd think about Curtis, but she would still say yes. But I think that, like, she would still say yes if he asked, like, no questions asked, like, she'd be like, oh, okay, but she wouldn't ask herself, so that's kind of where they're at, and I definitely think, like, I mentioned it in the special episode, like, he likes Auden. Like, he does not want her seeing other people. The only reason he's letting her see Curtis is because she's so committed to Curtis, and he knows this, and, like, you know, he doesn't want to make things messy for her. He just kind of wants what she can give him for now. And if being with Curtis is kind of something, then he'll have to deal with it. But he doesn't want her with other people. So he's kind of low-key, like, taking control of her already a little bit. Like, take in, guys. You guys probably don't like him and everything that he stands for because he has authority over her. He is an adult sim, not a young adult. He's an adult. The minute she turned into a young adult, he made a move on her and was, like, attracted to her and started a sexual relationship with her. So, or, like, relationship in general, because, like, there's definitely feelings there. I definitely feel like he feels for her, and that's why he wants her to not see other people. But, like, you also think it's probably mainly sexual. But, like, he's kind of bad in that sense. Like, you are her boss. You signed her. You are... Oh, she's pristine. Love that. You are in charge of her. Why are you trying to get a physical, romantical, or sexual relationship going with her? She's probably like 18 years old. Maybe if we did a time jump between this part and the special part, maybe 19. But like, guys, like, it's still weird, and I think Auden is just so into him and what she has with him. Like, she honestly does not think about that. Like, yeah, they're making out on the couch, let's get out of here. I think, like, they just don't, she doesn't think about that, like, whatsoever, and she's just so into what she has with him, but, like, none of that matters to her. She's just kind of, like, you know, she's not thinking, guys. She's, trust me, does Auden do any thinking? Like, after the special part, you would think, like, this girl does not have thoughts. She has no brain cells besides, you know, oh, he's swooning for her. Ooh, I kind of love that. That kind of shows, like, even though he kind of has, like, power and authority over her because he's her boss, I definitely think she also has power over him. She has somewhat of authority over him. Like, he's just swooned for her. Like, he is probably, like, obsessed with her. He probably loves her low-key. And that's some interesting insight. Also, I love his birthmark. That's actually base game. Love that. I think it's base game, or it might be growing together. It's not custom content, though, and that's all that matters. But yeah, like, you would think, though, like, after seeing the special episode, this girl has no brain cells, like, she does, because, like, we very much so got into her thought process, and she thinks she's a bad person, but yet she's still doing stuff like this, so that does not help her at all. This does not rest her case. Like, Auden, girl, what are you doing? But at the same time, like, we know she regrets what she's doing. We know that she feels bad. Oh, that's good. So it's not all, like, she has no brain cells. She has no thoughts. Because she has thoughts. Like, she has regrets. But she's still, like, she's regretful, but she's still doing them. And Auden's problem is she's definitely very, you know, hard on herself. She doesn't know how to really handle life, navigate life. Like, she has had all of these... Oh my god! No! You can... Sims can ask this? What? No! As I was gonna say, like, I think she just, like, doesn't know how to handle herself. Like, she has had, like, so many people help her in life. Like, she had her father and then her mother, and then she kind of stepped out of her mother's views, and then she kind of handled things on her own, not very well, but she made a name for herself. But then the minute she made a name for herself, she got into a line of an adult like Floyd, and so she doesn't actually know how to handle herself, so maybe that's why she can't, like, she doesn't know what to do with her life in terms of that kind of stuff. But oh my god, besides what I was just talking about, he just asked Auden to move in with him. I hope he does this again in a later part, because I think Auden would say yes. But I also don't even know where I want to go with their relationship. I will talk about that in a moment. But he just asked Auden to move in. Right now, she's very committed to Curtis. I love this little house, so I do not think it's the right time. Yeah, he does not want to move in with him right now. And he's leaving. He's probably embarrassed. He's probably like, that's fine. We'll talk later, though. I gotta go. No way. Let's get her to cook something, actually, because, like, why is the food that you have in your fridge not good food? Do you even have, like, a cooking skill? She does. She has a decent cooking skill, actually. But, oh my goodness, he just asked her to move in. But now that I mentioned I don't know where I actually want their relationship to go, let me elaborate. So, I have a plot line for Auden and Curtis, obviously. And I know where their plotline is going. However, I've been debating on Auden's plotline with Floyd, and I actually want to hear your thoughts, because maybe your thoughts, well, did you spit in the food? I think she sneezed. Ew. But maybe your thoughts will help me guide my decision a little bit, possibly, potentially. Obviously we'll see when we get there, but I have been trying to decide if I want Auden to finally get her head in the game, be smart, be wise, and call things off with, I almost said Curtis, not Curtis, with Floyd, and kind of start committing like a good person, or if I want her to be messy as possible. I honestly think the messiness and the messier she gets and the messier things are, make things more entertaining, both gameplay and storyline for you guys wise. So I feel like you guys might vote for the messy, unless y'all want Auden to be smart. Don't worry, Auden will be smart eventually with her life. She's just not there yet. But I'm curious, do you guys want her to commit to Curtis and kind of be smart and wise and drop Floyd? So do we want Auden, I keep getting distracted, sorry. Do we want Auden to be smart, finally kind of realize and commit to Curtis eventually? Or do we want Auden to be messy, and once I do what I want to do with her and Curtis, get her with Floyd and keep her with Floyd until my other idea comes in terms of, if I go down that arc, I do have a plot line I have in mind, but I also have a plot line in mind if I go down the commitment to Curtis arc. Just know that I have ideas, and I'm just confused as to which ones I want to go down, so, like, I want your input. Yeah, like, I really want you guys to get more involved with this Let's Play. I love this Let's Play. I have no idea if you guys do as well. I hope you do, or else I mean, at the end of the day, I'm putting out content on my channel that I love, and I think that's more important. But I also want to be putting out content that you guys enjoy as well, because, like, you guys are viewing my channel as well, like, you know what I mean? So I want you guys to be satisfied with what is on here, but hopefully you guys are loving this Let's Play. And also, I hope that you guys loved the special episode. It's had pretty low engagement as of the time I am recording this part. I'm actually recording this part the day after the special episode comes out, so for all I know, the engagement can hopefully get better, but as of right now, it's pretty... Oh, yes, he can like affection. But as of right now, it's pretty low, which is quite disappointing, because I put a lot of myself into that part. And seeing the low engagement is kind of lame. Ooh, he's officially burned out. How do I... Taking breaks. He might get worse. I forgot how to... This happened in one of my other save files, and I don't know how to fix it. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to discuss, I think, for this part. I know not much was actually done, but I feel like this was an important part to kind of go over in terms of plot and storyline, and just kind of getting you guys involved in figuring out what you guys think should happen and your thoughts, and like just like update. This is update part essentially after the doozy that was the special episode. I feel like we're allowed to have a good little update part after a video like that one. I promise the next part we will get more into things, because I definitely know I want to progress a little bit more with this Let's Play, because I'm on part 7 and Auden hasn't had any kids. Like, we're nowhere near the next generation, so I know I need to get a move on. So in saying that, guys, I am going to end this part here. If you enjoyed this part, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on what I mentioned earlier about, like, her and Floyd. What should I do? Should Auden be messy? Should Auden be smart? What are we thinking? What are we thinking on her and Floyd's relationship in general? Because it's kind of icky, but like plot, storyline, we love it. And yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Sour Legacy and Sims for Fun. That would mean a lot to me. And in saying all this, I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.